you ever noticed that there's some people that just seem to find it easy to make money? They've always got money. Building wealth is easy for them. Well, there's a reason why. There are rules, ancient rules that you must follow if you are going to make money. So boys, I've broken them down into an easy to watch, very entertaining presentation. I hope you enjoy it. See you on the inside. I recently read a fascinating ebook by P.T. Barnum. It was an ebook from an old text that he put together in the 1800s. He was one of the greatest showmen and businessmen alive in that era, and he had some rules for making money, for getting and keeping wealth that I thought were incredibly interesting. So I've broken them down and I put it together for a presentation inside of the New Elite, our business networking group. We did that presentation at Q&A the other day, but I've decided to bring it to you boys on YouTube because I thought it's an absolutely fascinating one. The book's fairly hard to read because it's in 1800s language. So I've broken it down for you boys. I hope you enjoy it. I originally found the text on Lou Belmar's Telegram. You should check that out if you're not on there. But the fundamentals to be remembered when making money. Lots of people can make money. Pretty much everyone you know makes money in some way or another, but it's harder to keep the money. So the name of the game, the road to wealth, is very, very simple. Make more money than you spend forever. Harder said than done. And the reason why is because for any of you getting into business, any of you in sales, any of you commission-based jobs, your income goes like this. It goes up for 1 month, you have a great month in sales for your business. It goes down the next month because there's a slight issue, something, you don't work quite as hard, you don't call as many leads, something happens and your income goes like this. It's not steady, it doesn't rise in this fashion. So the problem is most people, when they make 10K in a month, instantly their current spending rises to 10K in a month and they leave themselves nothing for the next month. Bang, they come back down again and they find themselves in a load of shit because they've now got a 10K life and they've made 5K the next month. So one of the most important things to becoming wealthy is always making more than you spend. The key to this is the nest egg. In this world of investment and speculation and crypto, nobody and everybody tells you don't save money. Everyone says you don't want money in the bank with inflation. Fair enough. You should buy assets. But the majority of you don't have anything. Even I don't have anything in the grand scheme of things. We are broke, flat broke. So having cash in the bank is not a problem for us because we need that money there. We need a nest egg. We need security because it gives us freedom. It gives us freedom from our paycheck. So the first thing that you need to do is grow your nest egg, your security fund, and it should be an absolute minimum 6 months expenses. If you don't have that saved currently, do anything you can to get 6 months worth of expenses put away. Whether that's sell your PlayStation, sell all the old stuff in your house, sell your old iPhones, get cash together, put it in a separate bank account. What I like to do is I put it in a separate bank. I cut the card so I can't take money out of the bank and I have to go back into the bank in order to transfer that money out. That was a great way for me to save because I didn't have a lot of discipline at the start to stop myself from taking money out of that bank. So I wouldn't set up the online banking, I'd open a bank account, I wouldn't be able to transfer to any of my other accounts and I wouldn't be able to use the card. And that was enough to make it too much hassle for me to take out of those savings. So I just wouldn't spend it. That's how I got my first 10K together. That's how I managed to break out of my job. So that's number one. Build your nest egg. The bigger it's built, the more freedom you have. You can leave your job at any time and you can go and pursue what you want. So that's number one. Just absolutely forgotten basics. Don't run before you can fucking walk. Get that shit done. Number two, invest 35% of monthly earnings into an investment pot. This is money for the future. I recently got a voice note from Iman Gadzi. I've messaged him for some advice. And one of the things he said when looking at my current lifestyle and the way I manage my money, my business, he said, look, you need to be taking 35% of that out and you need to be putting it into an investment pot. If you don't know what to invest in now, leave it in a pot for the future. One of the main issues guys have when they start earning a decent amount of money, 20, 30, 40, 50K a month, is that they don't take any money aside and leave it for the future. And it gets spent and it doesn't go into investment. So that was one that I've put in place now. Started putting money into an investment pot for the future. Thank you, Eman. Appreciate it massively. You guys should do the same. Eman's a G. Number three, as you climb the ladder, you must do consistent monthly expenditure checks. So if you're earning 20K a month, try and live on 5 to 10K a month. Bang. And invest the rest. Put it into the security pot, put it into the investment pot. Make a big pile of cash for your peace of mind when you're starting out. Because there will be months where you don't sell as well. There will be months where something unexpected happens. Maybe you've got to go and make a big expenditure for a certain reason in your business and you need a cash flow there. And other people that spent all their cash, that's what screws their business and ends their business. So business isn't going to go wrong if you have a fucking huge pot of cash and you don't spend it. Normally, that's not going to make your business die. What will die is over expenditure. So as you climb the ladder of wealth, keep going back and check it. This doesn't mean that you forget to have class. I've noticed with the flow of money, you have to keep it flowing. You have to keep money coming in and coming out. I would say you spend money on giving and investing and looking after people and buying dinners and making sure someone's looked after and not being stingy before you ever look at any flashiness for yourself. Cover that stuff first. The stuff that matters is giving away, looking after your people, investing, then flash. Not the other way around. Most people go Rolex and then they'll scrimp on a dinner and make fucking girl pay half of the dinner, or they don't want to put in money on a dinner or go somewhere with their boys because they don't have the money. It's the other way around, boys. You've got to keep the flow of money. Don't go to restaurants if you can't afford to tip. You should be tipping all the time. The more money you give away, trust me, I don't know why it works. The universe just rewards this stuff. The more you give away, the more generous you are. When you have class and a flow of money, the more money comes back to you. Just trust me. If you cut it down, you'll never make a penny. If you're super stingy, you will stop making money. Your worst nightmares will become true. Trust me. Next thing about wealth, often forgotten, health is number one. To keep riches, you must keep a clear mind. Same with running a business. A lot of this is just basic stuff that people forget along the way. They make their first 10K, 20K month. They got money in the bank now, so they think it's okay to party, take drugs, go out, booze, women, blah, blah, blah. That is going to take you back to square one. You need to have a clear mind. It's no point in having money without your health. Eman said in a video I saw the other day, if you don't have $1 million in the bank and you want to get there as soon as possible, don't drink. You just shouldn't be drinking because it's going to cloud your mind and your judgment in making good decisions. It's going to ruin your mood. You spend all your confidence in the bar where you don't really need confidence to execute, and then the next few days you feel like a bit of a pussy and you can't get anything done in your business. So be very careful about that. If you don't have $1 million in the bank, you want to get there as soon as possible. Quit the drinking, smoking, drugs, all of that sort of stuff. Spend your booze money. It's so surprising to me, the amount of people that will go and spend $100 on booze in an evening in a bar, but they won't buy high quality water. They won't buy a high quality water supply, even though their entire body's made up of water, and it's one of the most important things for you. Then they'll drink tap water or other shit out bottles. So invest your booze money in high quality water. Now, on for the lessons in business by P.T. Barnum. First one, he talks about do not mistake your vocation. Lesson number one. And essentially what this means is we're all talented in various different things. I might be, as some people have said to me, better at speaking on camera or performing than other certain people, but my management of systems isn't as good. Now, if I decided to be someone, I don't know, an engineer or an accountant, I would fail miserably at that job. No matter how much I wanted it, I'm not naturally geared to be that guy. Doesn't mean I can't sell accounting. Doesn't mean I can't sell engineering. Doesn't mean I couldn't have a business in those areas. But what it does mean is I need to stick to the things that I'm good at. And that is sales, that is talking, that is relationship building. That's what I do. If I am pushed into something, and often this happens through our parents, where they want you to do something because it sounds like a good idea, but you are not geared towards that stuff, you need to figure out very quickly where your talents lie, and you need to go into a business that aligns with your talents. It's going to make life a lot easier for you. Avoid debt, and this doesn't mean for businesses, this is personal debt. Buying liabilities with money that you do not have yet. Debt to buy cash flowing assets, debt to buy investments can be done in the right circumstances when you're educated. But I want to tell you boys now, you will never find the fulfillment that you seek by buying something better, by buying something that makes you feel good. You will not find the fulfillment that you seek by doing that. If you get out a credit card and spend it on Louis Vuitton or Gucci to feel good for a minute, it's not the fulfillment that you want. The fulfillment that you want is found in hard work and being proud of yourself. Trust me, there is no shortcut to get there. No matter how much money you get, no matter how much you spend, it is a bottomless pit. So you don't need to do it. Don't get in the rat race of doing that. Build an amazing body, build an amazing business, build amazing relationships, build yourself. That's the only place you're going to go. And then reward yourself when you've got the money. Just make sure, stay away from debt, stay away from credit card that are buying liabilities. Persevere. It's another one of the lessons. You must persevere. The biggest thing that will stop you in life is you. All your negative limiting beliefs. That is the only thing that will stop you. The biggest difference between someone who makes it and someone who doesn't is they just keep going and they never stop. There's a quote in the book I was trying to wrap my head around. There's a tide in the affairs of men which taken at the flood leads on to fortune. What I've figured this out to mean from William Shakespeare is the tide's coming in and out. No matter what, the tide's coming in and out. If you don't decide that when the tide's in to get off the dock, to offload your supplies, to get the ships loaded and unloaded, you're going to miss the opportunity. Another ship's going to come into bay. So no matter what, you have to learn to think positively. You will decide your own destiny. Doubts, fears and worries, we all have them. They are destroyed through action. You figure out, okay, I feel unsure about this. I feel unsure about, let's say you're having a boxing match. I don't know if I'm going to win. I'm scared. How do you get rid of that? You train. You go and do action. Same with business. Oh, I don't know if it's going to work. Train so hard. Work so hard. Give so much action. That is inevitable that you win, that you fully believe that you deserve to win because of how hard you've worked. That's the only way to overcome those fears and struggles. Perseverance, day in, day out. Next one. Fortune never helps a man who doesn't help himself. Whatever you do it with all your might. Get straight to it. Take action when the scenario is not perfect. Imperfect action over no action at all. Any day of the week you're going to get further. And the reason why is because your luck and your fortune comes when you put effort in. Your help from other people comes when they can see you helping yourself. If I see somebody, let's say it's inside the New Elite, our networking group. If I see a guy, he's fucking grinding away. He's grinding away, doing his work. He's trying every single day. He's on every live call. And I see him putting the effort in, I'll give him a ring. I'll privately give him a call. If he messages me, I'll reply straight back. I'm going to help that guy because I can see him putting effort in. It works that way throughout your entire life, throughout everything that you do. So don't wait for a handout. Don't wait for help. Get on it. The help will come. The fortune will come. God will look after you. God will look out for you. Next one, use the best tools. It's an interesting part of the book to read. I think I've done this as well. This is references to work tools, mentorships, employees. A lot of times we're actually holding ourselves back by not investing in the tools that we need. You might invest in a mentorship with someone that's not the top of the business, they're not the top of your industry because you want to save a bit of money. Whereas if you just invested with a guy that's top of the industry, you'd have what you want now. You'd have the best advice. Same with work tools, same with employees. By investing in the best, your business will flourish in all areas. If you invest in the worst or the cheapest, it's going to take you a lot longer. Next one, don't get above your business. That is the title of this chapter in the book. And what it means is money is good for nothing unless you know the value of it. Do not wish for money at the start of your journey. I guarantee you, if you get a lump sum of money at the start of your journey, let's say, for example, you get $100,000 or something into your account off a fluke, off your first business, you will lose that money. Without a doubt, you'll lose that money unless you understand the value of it. The lessons learned in business when you have no money, when you're starting out, are so much more important than the money you're making. So don't ever believe that you need an investment to start a business, or if you just had this lump of money, you'd be okay, because the lessons you're being taught at the start when you have no money, the hustle that you have to do to get your first bit of money, is what teaches you how to manage money in the future. If you don't learn those lessons and you get the money in, let's say you get it from crypto, you get it from the lottery, you get it from anything at all, that money will leave you just as quickly as it came to you. So understand and don't try to rush the process. Understand what you're learning is far more valuable and enjoy that part of the journey. If I'd had it dropped on my lap any other time than now and in any other amount than now, I wasn't ready for it. If I'd had it at 18, any kind of money, and I don't have a huge amount of money now, but I can make 30, 40, 50 grand in a month, but I know how to spend it now. I know how to look after it. I know how to build my business to go on to the next month to make more money. Any other time, 10 grand in my account, and most 18-year-olds can say this, 10, 20 grand in your account feels like the most money in the world. Bang, you're off on a bender. And every guy knows that. This leads on to the next point. The business makes the man. Business is self-development school for a man. There used to be a saying in England in the 1800s where a man would say, "What does John do?" And he'd say, "Oh, he's a blacksmith." And then they would turn around and go, "Oh, I thought John was a gentleman." And you might think, what? Just because he's a blacksmith, he can't be a gentleman. And that's what they said. If you didn't run your own business, if you didn't have your own enterprise going, you weren't a gentleman. That was the stamp of becoming a gentleman, was running your own enterprise. And the reason why is because it makes you ethical, determined. You have to prove a lot to run a business. So you're not making the business is making you. I like that one. If you don't know where to start, learn something useful. Write a list of things that interest you, rank them in the most useful in terms of monetary generating activities, and get to work learning on them. That's the best place to start if you are totally confused in your life. Let hope prevail, but be not too visionary. And what this means is the man who believes in everything believes in nothing. Find one thing that starts to work and go all in. If every new idea you have in your head seems amazing to you and you follow that a little bit, and then the next thing, nothing will ever prosper. You will never create anything good. Follows on to the next one. Do not scatter your powers. Conquer one business before starting another. I've even heard Alex Hormozi, who's had exits from multiple seven-figure businesses, say that he thinks he'd be more successful if he just stuck to his first business. And that's someone that's gone on to make seven-figure business, seven-figure business, seven-figure business, seven-figure business. And he still thinks he'd be more successful if he just stuck to his first business and gone all in. Energy must be concentrated. I'm listening to Hormozi on that one. Be systematic, very important. On your way, create systems, create order, have discipline, work times, keep your order for when you want to scale your business. Keep discipline, That's the only way to make these things work. Utilize your network. And what this means is that a lot of us are unable to trust mainstream media. We don't listen to the news, but you need to stay plugged in to some extent. So you need a network that you can get outside world information through. Guys that are on the same wavelength as you in different areas of the world with different bits of data that they can give. That's why we have the New Elite. I only listen to the information that comes through my network and the other networks I'm a part of. I don't bother trusting mainstream media, but I have a trusted source of information that allows me to be vigilant. Beware of outside operations. This is a very quick way to lose all of your wealth once you become successful. The man who makes 100K a month will have new opportunities flying at him every day. 5 or 10 a day will come through to him in email, DMs, guys that want to help him make more money. Your job when you hit that level of 100K a month is to stay focused on what made you that money and level up from there. Do not be swayed by new opportunities, by new speculations, by a crypto pump and dump. Stay with what's making you your money. Easy come, easy go. If you know what you did to create your 100K, you can get to $1 million a month. It's only a matter of time. You just need to scale correctly. Beware of the people that are coming in from outside once you've got some money. The majority of the time, there will be vultures and you will lose your cash. Fantastic business lesson. So easily forgotten, but the absolute basis of an amazing company. Be polite and kind to customers at all time. It's a major building block. It should be the very foundation of all operations inside of your business. Customers who feel valued, even if you've done something wrong, even if they didn't get their order, even if they've got an issue or a complaint, if you are kind and polite to your customers, they're going to come back. Or at least if they have an issue, they turn around and say, yeah, we have an issue, but it was a pleasure to get it solved. They sorted it out straight away. We didn't have to wait so long. They were very polite to us. Perfect. Those that are spoken to nicely will come back and the good press will spread. Those that are spoken to rudely will disappear and talk. They will disappear and they will ruin your business because they'll be like, don't use him. He's a dick. Don't go and buy any of his stuff. It's not worth it. So you have to be very careful of this when starting out your business. Be charitable. Help those who help themselves, and also be vigilant in who you help. When you've got somebody, and I've done it before, and a lot of us will have in our lives, find someone who absolutely needs help. They are fucked. They are not doing anything good in their lives, and they need help, and you kind of like them for some reason. There's something about them that you're drawn to, and you want them to be a friend, but they won't help themselves. You never help those people. They will waste your time and your money. You only help the people that are already helping themselves and are willing to be helped. You do not try and spend your time and be charitable with the people that are not helping themselves yet. Helping the right man is scattering seeds that will grow. Helping the wrong man is tearing down what you've already built. Coming towards the end now, boys. Bear with me. Remain quiet. Don't blab. Don't rush around telling everyone your secrets. Don't brag. Stay reserved. A lot of guys ruin their own businesses by giving away their secrets because they want to stroke their own ego. It's much better to learn and stay quiet, stay vigilant in networking opportunities. Talk when you need to, but beware. Make sure you're staying quiet the majority of the time and learning rather than speaking. And finally, integrity above all else. To get money dishonestly and keep it is the hardest thing in the world. You will not keep money if you get it dishonestly. It must be through an honest way. It must be through an honest route. There's so many men that can vouch for this that are in prison right now that tried to get money dishonestly. At one point or another, it will catch up to you in some sort of karmic debt, or you'll end up in prison, or you'll end up losing your money somehow. And the reason why is because it's very hard to keep dishonest money. So make sure you're doing the right thing when you are trying to earn money. And that is everything, boys. If you'd be interested in talking to me after one of these presentations in a Q&A style on Zoom, you can join the New Elite below. Whilst we're still small enough to have conversations with each other, I'm sure as the group grows, we'll have to figure out a different system. But for the next year, I'm doing live calls inside the New Elite every single week. I'll do a presentation, then a Q&A, normally about 1.5 hours, 2 hours long. Go through questions, can ask about anything. So boys, yeah, it'd be a pleasure to meet some of you. If you're on the same wavelength as me, I think you got what it takes. Hit the link below. Apart from that, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you boys on the next one. Whoop!